Hello and welcome everybody to tonight's fantastic Dinosaur action on Arena in Explorer Best of 3 Mythic. But this is Stampede Dinosaurs. I only play dinosaurs here or ever, and I've been using Culling Ritual, as many of you guys have seen. The list, as always, is in the description. But I wanted more sweepers, and we'll get into why I like Sphere of Annihilation. A couple reasons, but it exiles a lot of stuff, and yeah, I just want more chances to sweep more small stuff, the lower cost aggressive decks. Boom. Culling Ritual, I see it often enough, 4 copies of that, but it really is the widest range of painful types of decks for me. So, well, more power, more destruction, and clear the way. Give myself a chance, buy myself some time. And Sphere of Annihilation, it's something I've tried before in the past. Maybe for some it is a little bit too slow. You have to sink some mana into... Oh my, I'm going well. Hold on a second, I'm going off the screen. I'm wearing a perfect shirt though, my coffee please one. Oh, I have so many favorite shirts. But I think I can go a little bit bigger. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. For anybody that happens to be new, again, only dinosaurs and my favorite variation. Stampede Dinosaurs, the namesake. Ghalta Stampede Tyrant, powering it out with Sunken Citadel. Super efficient. You choose a color, enters tapped, and you can tap it later on for 2 mana. For a land with an activated ability. If you get 2 Sunkens, you have 4 mana. One of those Sunkens was chosen as green. So you get 2 green, and in total that 4 mana, 2 of it being green, going towards Castle Garenbrig for its ability to make 6. So you needed to tap 3 lands, you made 6 green, and then again, as always, you sprinkle in a couple more lands, you get to a massive amount with only a few, and then you play the big stuff. But as you can see, there's not a lot of small things, and that is not just because I wanted to try it out. This is always how it's been. If you don't have small stuff, if you're not relying on small stuff to get you there, that's good. All the opponent's removal, their answers basically just sits in their hand until they're dead. Sometimes, oftentimes, I'm casting Carnage Tyrant on turn 4, and while you can't counter it, you can't target it. You could make me sacrifice it with something like Sheoldred's Edict, but yeah, not. But because I don't have many small creatures, the gaping, painful thing, aggressive stuff, you can't be good against everything, but when you start off with a sweeper like Culling Ritual, it certainly helps big time. It certainly did the trick last night. Oh my goodness, for anybody that caught it. Hopefully everybody had a good Tuesday, or maybe hopefully you have a good Wednesday if you're already asleep. But to the main attraction, the thumbnail's sake, Sphere of Annihilation there. You can pay X and black. It enters the battlefield with X void counters on it. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile Sphere of Annihilation. All creatures and planeswalkers with mana value less than or equal to the number of void counters on it. And all creatures and planeswalkers in graveyards with mana value less than or equal to the number of void counters. So if a deck has graveyard shenanigans, boom, all that stuff is gone, never coming back. All the small stuff on the battlefield. But keep in mind, maybe you think it's a little bit too slow, but this is in line with Culling Ritual, which is quite nice. Or I Culling Ritual and I make a bunch of mana. Oh, let's say I destroy 4 things. I also want to destroy stuff from the opponent on the following turn. Boom. Now with Culling Ritual's mana, I sink that into Sphere of Annihilation. If I destroy 4 permanents, I make 4 mana. As long as one of that is black, I could sink 3 more into Sphere to play it to sweep for next turn. And oh, you played the Keith, how's it going? Hopefully all is well. You played the D&D set and you missed this card. Well, I'm glad I could feature it for you. Like I mentioned, tried it here and there a few times, but giving myself more chances to sweep more of the small stuff. It makes sense. 4 copies of a sweeper doesn't feel like quite enough. I feel very good against most other stuff. Izzet Phoenix is quite nice, and Azorius Control, all of that. But going back to Sphere of Annihilation, like I was saying, I'm going to bring this in along with Culling Ritual, so I have 8 total sweepers, 8 chances to see it. But if I go Culling Ritual on turn 4, like I mentioned, sink the mana into a sphere to play it, to sweep when it comes back around to my turn. The opponent is not going to play creatures that don't have haste. That would be a waste. It buys me another time. It's kind of like take an extra turn, pretty much. It goes around to the opponent's turn. They see the sphere that I played off of the mana from Culling Ritual, and they know if they can't attack with a creature that has haste, they're going to lose it if they play it, as long as it has a mana value of 3 or something. So then they play nothing, comes back around to my turn, I get to do what I want. The opponent had to wait, the opponent had to go slower, or they would just see the stuff that they played exiled. Sphere of Annihilation may not exile anything, but it did achieve something. It made him go slower, and sometimes that's all I need. Absolutely. So it's very exciting. While I could destroy 6 things, I could sink 1 black into this plus 5, and then really devastate stuff. But it makes a lot of sense, and having more cards that kind of require black to possibly make use of Culling Ritual here is going to be pretty nice. Pretty nice indeed. But the other new addition, apart from the extra sweepers, Up the Beanstalk. Now that was Nurturing Bristleback, having the forest cycle ability to discard and search for a forest type land. Oftentimes, that might have been Overgrown Tomb to get my source of black that I need for Culling Ritual, but I don't know. Kind of felt like maybe I wouldn't need Nurturing Bristleback, and I really just want more card draw. Pretty much. Up the Beanstalk is absolutely fantastic. Let's take a look at that way. Okay. Palani's Hatcher, Regisaur, Carnage Tyrant, Vaultborn, 16, 20, 24. 24 cards in this deck have a mana value 5 or greater. That's quite a bit more than regular Up the Beanstalk decks. 5 color, Yorion, Beanstalk, in other different formats. It was banned in Modern, I'm pretty sure, but those particular decks that still use Up the Beanstalk, whatever format it is, I'm pretty sure they don't have 24 things that could trigger this. So it always makes sense for me, not so much some of you guys who use a lower cost variation of dinosaurs. But this is a permanent, and it's also quite good. Culling Ritual. When it destroys everything, it does destroy my Up the Beanstalk, but I get to make a green mana off of the beanstalk that's destroyed. That's not the best thing in the world, but it's not nothing. That extra green mana from my own Up the Beanstalk, plus all the stuff that I destroy on the opponent's side, that could make all the difference. Hopefully I get, another trigger. I play Up the Beanstalk. Turn 4, I play Carnage Tyrant. Maybe turn 5, I go Culling Ritual. I've gotten 2 draws off of Up the Beanstalk. Now, because it's destroyed, I get that 1 temporary green, and it's devastating. Almost as devastating as fear. The opponents will fear Sphere. That's a tongue twister. Oh my goodness, Sphere of Annihilation, man. I love it. Exile all the small stuff. What brings me the most pain? The small stuff. There you go. It doesn't get much more simple than that. Leyline of Sanctity. I tried without it, and I faced some mono black waste not decks last night after I was done the stream. So, no. When I think I'm going to cut it, when I'm safe to not give myself hexproof, I face decks where I really want to give myself hexproof. There we go. We shut down all the funny business decks where they combo off to target me, to make me lose a certain amount of life. Target player mills cards, some sort of wacky combo just shut it down, don't worry about it, then you're good to go. Anoint with Affliction, that's in there for Amalia, pretty much. If there is some other combo deck that focuses on one specific creature, we'll see. But hey, boom, Amalia, exiled, never coming back. That particular deck, Amalia, Abzan, Amalia Explore, they do have some ways to get her back from the graveyard. So now that she's gone permanently, it always is quite nice. I've used Anoint with Affliction before, but yeah, that's basically what it's in there for. Pick your poison, as always, for Vein Rippers and all that sort of stuff. But again, I am happy to highlight new cards. I look over pretty much everything that could achieve a possible thing. Every sort of mono black based sweeper that exiles all creatures or creatures with a certain mana value. I just type that in to Scryfall, or on Arena here I go over every single possible option. When would I like to play it? Does it line up similarly with Culling Ritual? Again, Culling Ritual with this particular list. I cast it on turn 4. Sphere of Annihilation would pop on turn 4 because I cast it on turn 3. 2 for X to take out all creatures with a mana value 2 or less. That's good. That hits the decks that I want to hit. So they eventually will be cast on the same turns, roughly. It's good. It's good. They're pretty similar, at least for me. But yeah, you could want to draw your sweeper, or when you're able to cast it, you want to use it that turn. And a sweeper for 3 mana, there's not too many. You do have to dip your toe into red usually, but like I said, I don't want to be looking for 2 sources of black. There is many good sweepers that take 2 black, and that can be a pretty big hoop to jump through at the moment. It's not fun. Ooh, ha. Well, that hand is not fun. Oh, well, that hand is way better. Up the Beanstalk, we don't really need Nurturing Bristleback, which Up the Beanstalk would have been. So it looks so much better. I don't think they have, well, the question becomes, what would they get rid of? If they are mono black waste not, I'm going to get rid of Cavern of Souls. I feel pretty good. They have the Shieldred avatar, so I do suspect some Thoughtseize is coming up. Okay. Oh, you're starting the night off right. Hey, at the very least, I have 2 things that cost 2, so I'm going to be playing something next turn. The opponent can't stop me from doing that. They're going to get rid of Sylvan Scrying, 100%. It's got to be Sylvan Scrying. Yeah. Lexicon, how's it going? Hopefully all is well with you. Oh my goodness, the opponent goofed up big time. Well, yeah, that you can't do that. Don't. Oh look, I'm a deck that has some big powerful creatures and whatnot. Or they're feeling pretty positive. I don't know what went through their head, but now they may be dead because I just drew Carnage Tyrant, which I will be able to play on turn 4. I hope. Oh, I'm not, or they might make the goof. Cross your fingers. They might think Regisaur Alpha is coming up before Carnage Tyrant, which it is not. Do it. Oh boy. Oh, they're a little wise to my ways. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Why do I stream so late? Well, that's about the only time I can stream. I have 2 kids, one 4 years old, 1.5. I get home from work, I watch them, play games with them, that sort of thing, eat supper, and by the time they go to bed, this is roughly the time that I stream, and eventually down the line, I'm looking forward to doing it earlier or in the morning and at night. Yeah, but I think the opponent is basically dead. We got Vaultborn Tyrant coming up next turn. That's what we're searching for, because I want to draw a bunch of cards. If they kill it, well, that feels pretty darn bad. Oh, we got that Cavern of Souls. Lovely stuff. Boom. What are you going to do? Oh, Thought Seize. You lose. Thought Seize. Oh, my goodness. Hopefully they don't have exile-based removal. I don't get the death trigger from Vaultborn Tyrant. Oh, look. Look.
Bazinga!
Gee, how's that fatal push doing for you? Hopefully there isn't a Vein Ripper and Sorin, but the opponent is squirming a little bit. This is Rakdos Vampires, and look, they didn't get Sorin and Vein Ripper on turn 3. It doesn't always happen. Oh, hey, as long as you're having good dinners or... Nah, what do we have? My mom's over, so she made dinner, potatoes and beans, and... Well, we got Ghalta, so they might just be dead. Good. Eat and... Oh, my goodness, rumbling. Maybe your stomach is rumbling just as the dinosaurs are rumbling, destroying this opponent. Hopefully they don't have a Thought Seize. A third one. You know, there's a pretty low chance of that happening. Okay, but get the Vein Ripper. See how much I care. Oh. Okay. Well, I'm not blocking with Carnage Tyrant. I'm okay taking 2. Okay, well, they saved themselves a little bit. Not so much. Man, 3 Thought Seizes. Now the question becomes, do I want to bring in Leyline of Sanctity, as I have done in the past? Vein Ripper is a targeted ability. If they can't target me, because I have Hexproof, that ability just doesn't happen. But Pick Your Poison oftentimes is pretty much the best thing. Yeah. It is a good game. There you go. Whew.
Grant me revenge. And if you do not listen,
Keith, hey, Thought Seize. You guys might have thought it was over, but oftentimes, as it goes, you see multiple Thought Seizes early. That might be the only thing the opponent does, or they run out of gas, or they have so many Thought Seizes, they don't have other stuff to follow up with it. I would be more scared of 1 Thought Seize, because there's a higher chance of them having other good stuff, but 3 Thought Seizes, you know, it's not the first time I've persevered and, you know, tried to stay positive through that. Yeah, okay. We'll see. Bringing in 3 Pick Your Poison is pretty good. Oh, they absolutely do. They've cast 3 Thought Seizes and they've gone down 6 life, which is quite nice indeed, but oh, it does feel nice though. Culling Ritual we don't need. A Vein Ripper based off things dying, well, yeah, that's not good. That's not good. If we destroy stuff, we might kill ourselves with all the death triggers from the Vein Ripper there. Yeah, we'll go with Pick Your Poison and Anoint with Affliction, I guess. Yeah. I was thinking of Leyline of Sanctity, but we'll keep Leyline of Sanctity to give myself hexproof just for the mono black waste, not discard. Oh my, but okay. Well, there you go. Do it. Okay. Well, you don't have to do it, but it's pretty much perfect. We have so much cheap stuff to cast, and how much big stuff is in the list. It's all big stuff. There's no creature for them to discard. This is potentially going to feel very bad. Very good stuff. And yeah. Oh.
unforgivable. But you can't do this to me. You know how much I sacrificed?
Well, because they're going to have a 3rd Thought Seize, I'm going to take this opportunity just to get Up the Beanstalk down. Oh my... Oh! I'm making 7 mana on turn 4. There you go. Man. Oh, well. Don't exactly need another one. But if we need the source of red, that 2nd Sunken, that's what we're doing. We got Pick Your Poison, which is, you know, lovely Lovely stuff. We do need a source of black for Anoint with Affliction, but we may need the source of red from the Sunken to play Regisaur Alpha. Ooh. Oh, look, they got rid of another Fatal Push. Man. It's a great card, I hear. Oh, but Carnage Tyrant, also quite good. Now, draw more. Vaultborn, Tyrranax Rex, Ghalta. I don't need another Sunken Citadel. We just have to really cross our fingers that the opponent doesn't have Sheoldred's Edict. Good, they don't. That was very positive. They see the Pick Your Poison. They're not going to play a Vein Ripper with the Pick Your Poison in my hand, which feels pretty good. They might play Vein Ripper and then copy it with Reflection. That would be quite bad. I didn't really need to. I should have blocked the Goblin. I was having such a good time talking about maybe taking out the Vein Ripper. Oh boy. What are they thinking? Oh. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking we might just kill him.
Ruthless aggression.
Unfortunately, when you have so much big stuff, sometimes you still don't draw lots of big stuff. I got the clip ready. If we win. Oh, I do appreciate that, Lexicon. My wife often tells me that could be a side gig, voiceover work, and radio host. That'd be alright. Maybe not just Magic the Gathering, other general stuff. But like you say, oh! Yeah, that was that was very, very called for. But yes, radio work and yeah, like you're saying, why I do it so late. This is pretty much the only time, and I don't have a lot of time. And live streaming absolutely is the most efficient thing for me. I just set it up, I get going, I have a good time with you guys, which helps to, make the content in a sense. And then once it's done, it's done. I have a good long chunk of, stuff for people to watch later on. Best narration. Now, I'm doing good, JDX. Hopefully you're doing good. And, we all know who is not doing so good at the moment. That, the Drake guy. Yeah, he's not flying so high right now. The beef. Ooh. Good stuff all around. Again, seeing myself just draw another land, it is a little bit unfortunate. It's how it happens, even when you have so much of something. When you only have 20 lands, sometimes you still draw lands, even when you would expect to not do so. Yeah, good start to tonight. We saw how Thoughtseize didn't do a whole lot. They ran out of gas. And how they didn't get the turn 3 Vein Ripper. Game 1 or Game 2. You see you're facing off against vampires. Just, calm down. They might not do the thing that they're known to do. But this deck, Jyngatha the Wellspring, like I mentioned oftentimes, at the moment, this does indicate it's going to be Gruul, Slickshot, or Mono Red. Something like that. I do like the Culling Ritual, devastating this aggro deck, but I only have one Overgrown Tomb. That's definitely better. Big time. One sub away from... 170. Okay. Yes, the map to main stage math. And I'm always up for that. So for anybody that isn't aware, I do some narration once in a while for JDX there. Lots of fun. I have a good time reading a script. Yeah, kind of goes with the voiceover work that, who knows, I might do down the line. But yeah, 3 lands plus Sylvan Scrying, that means 4 lands, but one of the 3 is Castle. So Sylvan grabs Sunken, and it's not 4 lands. It all of a sudden becomes 6 green for Carnage Tyrant. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh my goodness. We got another Sunken, and now, oh. Yeah, I know. The map. Domain. Oh, okay. Well, we're going downhill a wee bit here, folks. They did the classic thing with the Ensoul artifact on turn 2. So what happened? Voldaren Epicure entered turn 1, made a blood token. Turn 2, they played their second land. They went Ensoul artifact to enchant the blood token to make it a 5/5, and because that blood token was out from the beginning of their turn, they were able to attack with it. And if we had Culling Ritual, we might be able to have killed them, but well, Carnage Tyrant actually might deter some aggression. That actually might be okay. Yeah. It is good though to have layers. Might incentivize people to listen even closer though. But there's that Spell Pierce. They would have countered Culling Ritual, so we do have to watch out for that, absolutely. They have the Shrapnel Blast. We are 5 or less, so we are dead. I think. Maybe. Oh, maybe not. Huh. Well, I'll just play another Carnage Tyrant and hope for the best. I'm not attacking, I'm at 3. That's not happening. Hey, at the very least, they might not be able to bust through. Sometimes all you have to do is play Carnage T, but yeah, having lots of layers, well, that might not be the case for... Oh my goodness, we won.
You won! You did it!
I did it. Oh my, that's what it's all about. You just play Carnage Tyrant, you can't counter it, you can't target it, and then you die. You're gonna call it good. But even though calling it against this deck, was have to be aware of Shrapnel Blast, 1 in a red, instant speed, 5 damage to any target. They have to sacrifice an artifact, so it's always scary when you get to 5 or less. They can just boom, straight up dead. But phew, vampires down. Possibly this deck, but you know what they have? Again, Sphere of Annihilation, bringing it in. Up the Beanstalk, taking it out. There you go. Pretty straightforward. 8 sweepers. Alright. Oh boy. The stream's going... Commander Crane, if you just joined, you missed an absolute It was so amazing I'm tongue-tied. An evisceration of classic Rakdos Vampires, just dumpstered, completely dumpstered. Oh, it was beautiful. Just like this hand is beautiful. Oh, look, the good old Sphere of Annihilation. Yeah, that's a big time keep. Palani's Hatcher probably would get countered if they have counters for creatures, but yeah, I like the looks of this. We're gonna cross our fingers they don't get the turn 2 Ensoul artifact onto the map token, but you never know. Don't do it. Oh, they do. Okay, no, that's all right. Scrapwork Mutt is not too much of a problem. Yeah, go with the Forest and Sylvan Scrying. I want to grab Castle Garenbrig. I don't need to go with Sphere of Annihilation quite yet. Next turn it could be good. I could cast Sphere and put 2 for X. When Sphere pops on turn 4, I take out all the creatures and I play Carnage Tyrant perhaps, and oh boy, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I don't imagine they're going to be able to kill us next turn. They take us down to 15. I'm pretty sure they're not going to deal 15. But when you don't play your Source of Black, tends to do the trick. We'll get there. We'll get there. Grab another Sunken. I was so excited. I was thinking, oh, Overgrown Tomb, I should play that. And well, we're not getting them this game, unfortunately. We would have destroyed everything that the opponent had come next turn, but now there won't be much of a next turn. Yeah, that will be it. But you could have seen, if I hadn't punted pretty darn hard, boom, all the creatures gone, Sphere of Annihilation, perfect. So we'll just keep it as is, and well, I won't make that mistake again. I hope. Okay. No. If it was 2 lands, I'd definitely keep it. Sunken, something else, Sylvan Scrying. Ooh, that would have been beautiful. I mean, it does have sweepers, but only Cavern of Souls. No. Got to keep something at some point. Yeah. Keep the Vaultborn Tyrant, even though Tyrranax Rex not being countered could come into effect a little bit. We got the Sphere of Annihilation, hopefully a Culling Ritual. Okay, well, I don't need a Culling Ritual yet, sadly. That might do it. Yeah, that's how she goes. Okay. I get the drill. We'll see what we draw next turn. Oh, 7. Man, that is nasty. Ouch. Pretty fantastic stuff from the opponent again. Hitting us with a 5/5 and a 1/1 on turn 2 that's pretty good for aggression. The Royal Scions, you don't often see that, but I've always wondered about using this whenever I go into tamer colors, green, blue, and red, mostly for the +1 there. Target creature gets +2/+0, first strike, and trample. That seems pretty good. Winning trades all the time whenever I attack, and I do like to be ruthlessly aggressive. Quite enticing. Yeah. Alright, 1/1 and punted 1, so we'll win the next one, I bet. We can do it. Just remember, get your Source of Black. I'm just so excited to see Castle Garenbrig. Play it. It's in the back of my mind. It's kind of like instinctual habit. What might this person be on? A angel avatar. I forget the name of it. Pretty good. We got our Source of Black and a castle. Plus an Up the Beanstalk. Send Palani's Hatred to the bottom because, well, we'll see. I think there is some shenanigans, yeah. It is pretty big. It is. Okay. Well, it's another Rakdos Vampires, perhaps, but yeah, coming in at 6. Pretty big. Oh. That's too bad. Well, hey, I persevered through. Oh, Rakdos Aggro. This. Oh boy. Oh, this could be good. Oh, here goes nothing. If I draw a land that enters untapped, I get to play Carnage Tyrant next turn. Which I might do, but depending on all the other small stuff that they play, we'll see. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Oh, Archdruid's Charm, that's it. Basically. Okay, here we go. I'm going to be able to play Tyrranax Rex next turn. I think that should be fast enough, but oh, we have Mardu Greasefang. Oh my, okay. Okay, that's something. That is something. Let them do their stuff. Actually, we'll wait. We'll wait till it actually goes to the end of the turn, so if they have another Thoughtseize, okay, we're good. We're good. They can't respond to this, possibly discarding it. We know what we're doing. I actually might just sweep this opponent. Kind of tempted. Do I want to sweep them? I would make 4. Now you know what, we're going Tyrranax Rex. I'm going to hope that they can't deal 12. I don't think they can. 7, technically 8 when a counter is put on Inti. Yeah, we'll see. We could just Culling Ritual, maybe. Hopefully they don't have Greasefang. They do have a source of white with that treasure, so there's a very real possibility that they just drew it. I couldn't tell you the last time I faced that sort of a deck, but the opponent may be facing a loss. If they can't deal with the other Tyrranax Rex, if both hit, they're dead. Which is good. As long as they don't have a Thoughtseize, they lose. Maybe. They could make me sacrifice it. Okay. Do I want to basically destroy it? Nah, we're just going to play another one. Cross your fingers. This might be it. Dead? Dead? Is that it?
What in the hell just happened? How did he do that?
Boom. Wow, okay. Yeah, Nichols. Yeah, a 3-mana Planeswalker coming in at 6 is pretty big. But a Tyrranax Rex, that also is something big and fast and devastating. Does the trick. I wish, honestly, everybody, I could do that more often. I could bring in cards that search for a specific creature and put it into my hand, because it just seems like such the most amazing thing. The bee's knees, the dino's knees, teeth. But something aggressive. Up the Beanstalk. We'll trim up the Beanstalk, bring in that Sphere of Annihilation, and we'll smoke them. All right. Yeah. Anytime that happens, I just think, I should tweak the list to lean into that more. Maybe that would be a good angle. Oh boy. Oh, shucks. The Thoughtseize, it must be good. I'm seeing it almost every match. Not the Izzet and Ensoul artifacts, but hey, I got 3 lands. 2 of them are sunken. There's no world I wouldn't keep that hand, unless I had Leyline of Sanctity in, which I don't. That hand is a instant keep all the time. No question about it. Although they got their source of white. This might be a little bit rough. Do I need the source of red potentially for Palani's Hatcher? Well, I don't know. Maybe. We'll just choose red. More than... Okay. Well, it's good. I don't like it too much. I'm not sure. I guess hate is a pretty strong word, perhaps, but... Oh. Well, I'm not the biggest fan of Thoughtseize after Thoughtseize after Thoughtseize, which Greasefang has. But yeah, Greasefang is, well, it's greasy. It's greasy. A lot of people don't like greasy stuff. Yeah. I'll take another Sunken. It is another land. Well, I will choose green just in case this opponent has land destruction. What you gonna do? Another Thought Seized. Really, I should have gone with Overgrown Tomb just in case I draw Castle Garenbrig. I'm gonna be kicking myself, unfortunately. Do I want to get rid of Regisaur Alpha? We won't be playing that next turn. I could appreciate the haste, potentially, down the line. Oh, there's that Sylvan Scrying, and there is the Castle Garenbrig. Technically, I drew it. I am wishing I kept the Regisaur Alpha now, but hey, I'm going to be dropping, well, I would hope, more than just Carnage Tyrant. Again, a very good chance that I'm going to be drawing something that is a dinosaur, a big creature. Should be coming up, I hope. Okay, Vaultborn Tyrant, come on. Oh, another, okay. Well, we'll do this. We will have to sacrifice one of these creatures, unfortunately, or we lose one to Sheoldred's Edict, and then we lose the other one that is still sticking around. Lose Ghalta to removal. Carnage Tyrant is sacrificed, and you get the drill. Well. Oh, nuts. I didn't see that happening, but we're not dead. And they're not going to play small stuff, so Culling Ritual at least gets rid of everything they have. Fine by me. That's alright. Even though we can't make use of that mana, nah. Boom. I've got nothing. The opponent doesn't have a whole lot of anything, and they, well, Damping Sphere is not too much of a problem. It is a little bit of a problem. Okay, just keep getting lands. I have 7 lands. I can play everything except Ghalta's Stampede Tyrant. That is, oh, Vaultborn. Yes. What was I saying? Everything except, and Tyrranax Rex to boot. -2. Do it. You're gonna -2? Yeah. Oh, they're okay. Well, all right. I just attack Liliana and she's gone, which is good. Now I have 8 lands. Damping Sphere is basically completely useless. It's look what it's not stopping. Yeah, Sphere of Annihilation, not the best thing in the world. Just cross your fingers they don't get Greasefang. Don't get it. Don't get it. Oh boy. Oh, I think that they get it. Yes. No! In 2. Huh. We got very fortunate there. Absolutely a Greasefang deck. Commander Crane. I got revenge, vindication for you and anybody else that hates the greasy rat. Yeah. Phew. All right. The sweetest of wins. They didn't even get one. They didn't find their thing. They got the Damping Sphere thinking it would hurt me, but it didn't. We got quite fortunate in drawing to lands that I did, but hey, it is lovely. Extra good when they have hate against this. Damping Sphere, often used for mono green devotion, but of course it does hurt me. Castle Garenbrig can't tap for multiple mana. Sunken Citadel can't. It's not fun. Sometimes that's not fun. Pick your poison could force the opponent to sacrifice the Damping Sphere, so sometimes I might bring it in. But I would only see if they have Damping Sphere in game 2. So if it goes to game 3, pick your poison comes in. I only have 3. Sometimes I can get the job done through the Damping Sphere. So bringing pick your poison in that I might not even want to use, and they could have a blood token, which they would sacrifice instead of the Damping Sphere, and then, well, Didn't really do what I wanted. Huh. Maybe Azorius control. We got the Teferi avatar. That's what I'm suspecting. Well, it's better than one land or no lands. I'm going to do it. It could be Up the Beanstalk, set up for a big thing. It could be a big thing, but there's Up the Beanstalk. And again, Azorius control. We're not doing much. They're not doing much. And I have Cavern of Souls. We're not going to reveal that we have Cavern. We're going to go with Up the Beanstalk. I'm sure it's going to be countered. Oh, they don't have a counter spell. Up the Beanstalk happened instantaneously, pretty much. Okay, well, that's actually quite hilarious. Culling Ritual would destroy Portable Hole to get back my Up the Beanstalk. Maybe. This is very nice. Field of Ruin, not too much of a problem. We'll wait until they do something, just to get us an opening for Archdruid's Charm. Culling Ritual, maybe. Yeah, you know what? We're going to go Culling Ritual, see if we can draw out something, and if they still don't have a counterspell. I bet they do, though. Oh, good. Very good. I'm hoping to draw into more big stuff, and whenever I do cast Ghalta, I'm going to get a trigger off of Up the Beanstalk, which could make my hand even better. More stuff for Ghalta to put out. We're not done yet. They're going to activate that Field of Ruin. Maybe. That's okay. Fine by me. I didn't need the source of black, and I don't really need that source of red. I'm okay. Nah. I wasn't probably going to cast Archdruid's Charm in that moment. They still had too much mana that they maybe would have countered it. Hard to say. We'll try for Sylvan Scrying, though. We'll see if we can draw out a counter spell, maybe the only one that they now have. Then we make Archdruid's Charm able to resolve, and we're in a very good position coming up soon. Huh. That is interesting. There may be saving the counter spell for Cavern of Souls. Teferi, if they tap out, spending 5, that wouldn't be too bad. Hopefully I see something. Anything. I should be seeing it anytime soon now, but well, that's also how it goes. Oh, they got the main phase memory deluge. That might not be good. I want Vaultborn Tyrant 100%. This opponent is going to be squirming, and this opponent is close to dead-ish. We're going to stabilize with Vaultborn Tyrant, so it feels very, very positive. Now, Cavern of Souls. Oh, look, boom. Can't be countered. There you go. I like this. Enters, gain life, draw more cards. And now, oh shoot, what do I want to get rid of? Well, you know what, we'll get rid of Sunken Citadel. We don't need that. Sunken Citadel is the only thing that was revealed. Hopefully they don't have exile-based removal. I would love to get a copy of Vaultborn Tyrant. If it's destroyed. Again, if it's exile-based, it gets around the death trigger, which could be quite nasty. But we have so many lands. There is such a good chance of seeing big stuff coming up since we've basically not seen any big things. Oh, they did nothing. Whew. That's not fun. Okay, well, Ghalta. Is this going to be it? Can't counter Ghalta. Draw cards. Draw. Oh. Will they have Settle the Wreckage is the real question. Ooh. Make the hand even bigger and better for Big G. Oh. I don't think they have Settle the Wreckage. Go big, go home.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!
Ooh. Put them all out. Okay. Here goes nothing, folks. Yep, surprise. Everybody has haste. They're scrambling. Do you have 2 pieces of removal is the real question. Oh, I think they do. Huh?
Yes, you have no power here.
Yes. That's what it's all about. Beautiful. Have you ever... Well, many of you have seen me do that before, but if you're new, did you ever think you would be able to achieve such... Oh. I knew I would get big stuff. Keeping a hand with all lands, nice. You know what? There was such an incredible chance of drawing stuff that isn't lands. Stuff that is big. Stuff that they can't deal with. In the Cavern of Souls, thinking it was going to be Azorius, seeing the cavern in my opening hand. Smoked him. I hope. I try my best to take down everybody, and fortunately I get to once in a while face Azorius control. And there you go. It's not the most common matchup, but hey, you see why I love it. I don't beat it all the time. A couple nights ago, maybe about a week ago, I unfortunately lost to it, but yeah. Do I like that? Yeah. A little bit. They've taken 1 mulligan. Oh, much better. I think that's better. We got the cavern, lovely, a castle, beautiful stuff. Well, we don't need Culling Ritual. Really, I should have trimmed Culling Ritual for pretty much anything else. Pick your poison would have been pretty lovely. Big time. We hold off on Cavern of Souls. We pretend like we don't have it. They save a counter spell to counter something. They're ready. Oh, but when I'm ready to use Cavern, at the specific moment, boom, I play it. Palani's can't get countered. They might have Field of Ruin, but by then, it's too late. I've got my mana off of the Cavern. There you go. Ooh, this is... Yeah. We play Palani's next turn. The turn after that, we can play Vaultborn. Oh boy. Hopefully there's no Field of Ruin. Teferi? Okay. Teferi's not the best thing in the world. We're gunning for that. We're going to kill him as soon as possible. But we got a Cavern. So we're in a pretty good position. Absolutely. Play Palani's. We want to make him squirm a bit. Use up something. Oh yeah, surprise. You didn't see the Cavern because I held it in my hand. You thought you were going to be able to counter what I was going to do, but you're not. Probably get rid of the token. Maybe. That's okay. And the token has a mana value of 0, so you can see right there the opponent only paid 1 white for March of Otherworldly Light. Usually you have to sink something into X for the mana value of the thing they want to exile, but when it has a mana value of 0, well... Okay, Field of Ruin, rough stuff. I wonder if they have counter spells in their hand. Gee, that your guess is as good as mine. Imagine there's some bit of removal happening on Palani's Hatcher. Maybe somebody's getting destroyed. Just keep throwing them at Teferi. 100% If they kill my stuff, they kill my stuff. They might. Oh my goodness. They didn't have any. Really? You can't do that. They had a sensor. They thought it was going to sink everything into it and they were going to be able to counter. Really? Really? Portable holding the dinosaur token. What is going on, folks? This is nuts. They'll counter this, I imagine. Get it out of your system. Let's go. Never saw that coming. Ah. Ooh, okay. I sensed by the things that had happened previously on the few turns that I might be able to get in an attack with Palani's Hatcher. Which would be very nice. Well, let's try for Ghalta. I don't think it's going to happen. Are they going to have a counter every single turn? Maybe. Okay, just keep doing it. If we had Cavern of Souls, they would be 100% dead. Oh, that's all they have. They have no removal. I've stuck a creature. Their back's against the wall, perhaps, and they have to have a sweeper at some point. But they know I have other big stuff. Oh, yeah, there you go. Oh, look, I don't need Cavern of Souls for T-Rex.
I am inevitable.
Okay. Summary dismissal. A little bit rough. Nope. This is what they cast to stop the uncounterable Tyrranax Rex. They paid 2 and 2 blue to exile all other spells and counter all abilities. Basically, they spent 4 to counter Tyrranax Rex. 4 to counter one thing. That's not so bad. I don't mind it. But if we play Ghalta, we still might kill him. Let's hope they've run out of counter spells. I think that's a very... Actually, we're just playing Tyrranax Rex. To Rex him. Rex him good. Boom. You dead?
I don't care if it sings. I only care how it tastes.
Ooh. Well, scary stuff. There you go. It's not like it randomly happened. I'm used to doing that. Naturally, that works. I'm just glad I got revenge for the match I lost against Azorius a bit ago. Taking down Ricardo Morales, mythic number 362. Whew. It's like a cakewalk, a walk in the park. Look at let's take a look at the graveyard and what they threw at us. Well, they had a Teferi, they had nothing. Counterspell, they didn't use this. No more lies, no more lies. No more lies. Well, I was never lying. Dinosaurs are pretty darn good. Whatever variation you're using, it might be something like Commander Crane's more traditional list, or something like this, or something in between, potentially. There's many different spins you can do, but it's definitely my favorite. Sweepers, counter spells, anything, boom, dead, done, smoked. Okay, like I mentioned before I started here tonight, my mom is staying over, so we'll end it there. Get your last chats in, and yeah, that's good. Let her get to bed. And a fantastic example. Rakdos Vampires, Izzet and Ensoul, lost to that. I forget what was after that. Yeah. A fantastic nightcap, though, against a very fantastic and usually devastating deck. Just not so much against this. I try to do the best I can. Lexicon, I hope to be a master. I think there are a few of us aficionados, focusing on dinosaurs, our favorite decks our dinosaurs, and definitely check out Commander Crane if you haven't already, and take a big bite out of that like button here. Subscribe if you haven't already, and join the Discord. And yeah, I think it's time for the final countdown. I'm gonna get it. The explosion is gonna happen right on 0. Oh, I'm so good at timing that now. Okay, let's go.